day, boy. You're gonna die.
Yeah, I was so pissed off because we did that we did this analysis yesterday, right? Or the first day.
Yeah.
Then it was milk and honey. I know it was easy. It was easy. I was so pissed off because I couldn't do anything about it because I didn't have my laptop with me. But yeah, what you said was
it was spot on. Yeah, it was easy to see, and I'm just hoping the other guys they managed to see the whole setup. So we're just gonna talk about it. Those who didn't understand, they can ask questions. But why did I come to that decision? But that H4 chart was the giveaway chart. Everyone who knows price action, they would have seen that. Okay, this guy is gonna fall big time.
And how you explained it before about that assignment you give us, it was on point. So everything was on point.
Right. Sipe. Who's Sipe? You know. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Your username is Sipe, but now I can't remember the name from the group.
The group Spumelele.
Oh, okay. Sipe is just a Zoom name.
Yeah, nickname. Okay. I need to change it.
Otherwise, you good?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
I
haven't been on the charts much.
Yeah, you know January months. You just have to be chilled a bit. You don't want to go smash and bang in January.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for learning and everything. But if a setup that is so sure comes through, you get in. But it's always good to be on the sideline. Because if you get in on the wrong side, you're gonna cry.
Yeah.
So yeah, the main reason, I hope Simba can hear us. Simba, can you hear me? Just send a private message if you can hear me, because I can see your mic is a bit mute. So the thing with the EURUSD, guys, this is just a follow-up. Even if you watched the weekly forecast, which I did, the dollar index, which I gave like 6 reasons for the dollar to be bullish. So come Friday, which is today, Friday and Wednesday, we started Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, price turned bearish. Now remember, in a bearish market, right, the high of the week always comes through on either Tuesday or Wednesday, London or New York session. So in this case for EURUSD, it came in Wednesday. Let's see what time it was. Wednesday's high came in at 9 a.m. You can see the 9 a.m., which is London London session. That in itself was a trigger for you to say, okay, you need to be hunting for what? For short trades now. And you can see the 9 a.m. The high for Wednesday came in at an old low, an area which price broke through to the downside. You see this high, price broke through. Let me just highlight that quickly. This high which came in on Wednesday, you can see these levels, the levels highlighted. There was an old demand zone which was breached to the downside here. So when price comes back, you look to be a what? A seller. But this has to be now in line with what dollar index is doing, which is what I explained in the weekly forecast video, to say you need to be bullish. These are the 6 reasons for you to look for bullish momentum in dollar index, which eventually panned out. If you go to the weekly chart, you can see dollar is strong bullish from an higher time frame, bullish order block. So this was just a simple analysis. Yes, there's more to it. It might be simple because now I understand what to look for. But to some guys, it might be a bit difficult. But the signs were there that dollar is going to bounce a bit. Yes, it's not yet out of the woods in terms of bearish. But for now, there is a bit of recovery. And with what Powell said yesterday, we could see even next week, dollar is going to continue being bullish, and this bearish order block here might not hold. The one which we traded here to the downside, where price is now, it's not a coincidence that come Friday, we are now in this bearish order block. It's not a coincidence. So we need to, that is when we need to see now Monday's opening price. Are we trading higher or we are trading low? If we are trading low, then this candle here, this down close candle here becomes crucial to our setup for long entries. You understand what I'm saying, guys, right?
Yes.
So with that said, that's why I was so critical for everyone to look at Euro USD. I don't know how many of you guys managed to look at it, but those that managed to look at it, the end result was very fruitful. So coming to the H4 for Euro USD, right? Coming to the H4 for Euro USD, you can also see we had a consolidation here. Market was just consolidating before Powell spoke, right? That's these two railway tracks, these two candles here. Price action readers, those who are good at candlesticks, they call those railway tracks. So after Powell spoke, the market spiked to the downside. When he finished speaking, market was already back to the upside. So in essence, what price was doing there, it was working both sides of the market. And when I say working, I mean it was triggering the orders from the downside and the orders from the upside. Meaning it's building momentum, it's building orders to go to the downside. So the moment they traded lower in this bearish candle, they triggered all the stops, the stop losses for people who were long in this candle here. All their stop losses were triggered, right? And instantly, market reversed, right? With this bullish candle here that we saw, this guy, a lot of people were deceived by that candle, meaning they loaded more long positions. Is it? Yet, in actual fact, market was just building orders to go to the downside. So all the sell stops that were here, all the buy stops that were here, they were triggered. And then market eventually crashed. So this was the trade, you see, on Euro USD. I'm not sure how many pips is that, but it's quite a lot. From my entry, we are looking at about 66 pips in like 4 hour bars. That's like in one day from yesterday. So you understand now where the analysis is coming from. So this whole consolidation which happened on Euro USD, when you look at price action and looking at dollar and all the fundamentals that was happening or that's happening already, you can see that dollar is bearish, right? Price is moving to the downside. But the level which it has approached now, it's a level where, oh sorry, Euro USD is bearish. But looking at dollar, you can see that it is bearish from a higher time frame. But the price point that it has approached, that's where you had to be critical in your approach to the market. Last week's weekly candle, that was a giveaway to say market is gonna move to the upside. Stop losses were triggered, sell stops were triggered here on this, the low of this down candle here. Manipulation happened, stop losses triggered, sell stops cleared, and then price rallied all the way to the upside. This is a weekly time frame. Let me just zoom in a bit so that you guys can see clearly. So the sell stops that I'm talking about, they are below this price action. So they were cleared here. That now paved the way for the market to move higher. So we could see further movement to the upside all the way probably to here, or to the 50% mean threshold of this up candle here. That means 2-3 months of bullish in dollar. Now the coincidence comes now with Biden being inaugurated, I think next week or so, I don't know, the 20th, and he has already announced his stimulus package, $1.9 trillion. Crazy amounts.
Was it approved?
Yeah, it's gonna get approved the moment he's in office, and then remember the Democrats, they now control both houses. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time. Yes, Powell tried to put it under the table yesterday, but it's just a matter of time. It will be approved. So once that is done, it's only positive for the dollar, because it means the American economy is going to recover quite fast than the rest of the world, because they've got the power to print more money. Right? So it's those things that you just have to keep intact and aware of when you're doing your analysis, especially on dollar at this moment in time. Once we clear up here, once we clear up this guy, then the next area of target will be up here. You see? Because now you can see from this high, we've got a fair value gap in here. We've got a fair value gap there. So if we clear up this bearish order block here, this up candle, probably sometime next week, or if the market jumps and close above come Monday or so, if we close above, then expect this fair value gap to be filled, right? Only when it gets here, then that's when you need to be cautious in your long position on dollar index and your short positions on Euro USD. So that fair value gap is now critical. One, we've got fair value gap. Number two, this bearish candle here, that bearish candle, the one which creates the fair value gap to the downside, that's liquidity being offered to the downside. Market was only offering sell side liquidity, which becomes now a liquidity void. So you expect market at one point in time, it's gonna close this area. It's gonna close this area, this price, this whole void. And your next level of Boss Simba, I'm just gonna mute you a bit because there's a bit of noise coming from your side. It's gonna close this fair value gap. That means your next area of interest is this up close candle here, right? And coincidentally, it's coming in at a level of an old demand. You see? So once price reaches there, expect a bit of resistance. Expect a bit of sellers to come back into the market, right? Because whoever caused this short here in this big bearish candle, whoever sold in that price action, they wouldn't want price to just rapidly blast through, because it means they will be in trouble. So it's those people that are busy now taking profit. So we just have to wait now and see tomorrow the COT report, and the job numbers wasn't that good, but still that has been diluted now with the stimulus package and all that. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. And with that said, the strength in dollar, there's a whole bunch of setups, guys, which I highlighted to people. And if people didn't take their practice trades, which is demo trading, or for those that have got the time to take the risk, CHFJPY, I was critical with CHFJPY short trades. And with the price action that we discussed, price went right to the peak and then it dropped. Same applies with NZDJPY. Yes, this has been on the portfolio for like 2 months, 2 months now. Mid-December, that's when we did the analysis for saying we are targeting long positions from this price point here. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's there on YouTube. This area here. Because price broke above, when it came back, I told people to go long, targeting up here. We've got this, even in the group is there. So once price reached that area, right? And with dollar gaining momentum now, what is going to happen to NZD? It means NZD is going to be weak, right? Meaning you are going to be selling NZDJPY. You're going to be selling CHFJPY. Because the Swiss franc, NZD, they are part of the dollar index. So when dollar gains momentum, CHF is going to lose power. NZD is going to lose power. It will be weak. And with all this confluence on price action, whereby we traded right into the 50% mean threshold of this bearish OB here, that guy, then price rejected and it went all the way to the downside. I don't know how many pips is that. I don't know how many pips. So it's always good to follow through with the analysis once a day or once a week. That's 100 pips now that were offered this week on NZDJPY. And if you come to CHFJPY market, obviously you're not going to catch all of them. 73 pips. Those 3 pairs on their own, if you had followed through with the analysis, you'd have got more than 200 pips from those 3. And if you are short EURUSD, by default, you're going to be shorting GBP USD. So there's a lot of pips in the market, guys, but you just have to follow through with the analysis, especially the one that I put out on Sunday, because it takes time for me to compile all that and everything. That means if I'm wrong, I'll be totally wrong. But if I'm correct, it's going to be 100% correct. So yeah, that's what I wanted to highlight, especially with the EURUSD, to say this was an easy trade to the downside. Unfortunately, because it's a Friday, we just have to wait and see now, because right now market looks like it's gonna flash to the downside. As long as dollar index, you see that fair value gap there, I expect dollar index to fill that fair value gap and close the liquidity void. When it's doing that, same thing will be happening on EURUSD. You see this candle here, which offered buy side liquidity. Expect market to trade and fill this fair value gap in here to the downside. So yeah, Euro USD, there's still momentum to the downside, strong momentum to push price to the downside. If there's a case that there's a correction on Euro USD, then you're looking for price to come back to somewhere around 1.2144 for you to be a what? A seller.
Short.
Yeah. But obviously where price is right now, it might face a bit of support because of this bullish order block here. But that's gonna happen. It's Friday. There might be a big rejection, but come Monday, it's just gonna trade higher a bit, and then it drops probably the whole of the week. But Monday, remember, I think the US is on holiday on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there'll be much trading on dollar, so you just have to be careful with that. I don't know, Boss Wilson, if you have any questions.
No, sir. Thank you so much for the insight. It's really this Euro USD. You did help us. You did highlight it a day ago.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. But I was hoping if you go to H4
Euro USD.
Yeah, Euro USD. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was hoping the price to go on that high of 1.22150.
1.321.
No, that order block. Go up on the 1.22150.
22,150.
Yeah. But we are there. But you explained already when you said the price absorbed from that ranging. So I was hoping the price would go the test before it goes down. If you check on my analysis, I sent you that there was an arrow that was wanting someone to go there, but the price already went there already, so there was no need to go there.
Yeah, but also I remember that consolidation on H4. Remember the basics of supply and demand: drop, base, drop in a bearish market.
Yes.
Drop, base, drop in a bearish market. So that consolidation was just a base where market was building orders to go further lower to the downside. But yes, that level there, that this 122, 150, eventually when price comes back there, it's gonna offer opportunities. Remember, this is about getting opportunities that are 90, 95, 98% in your favor. And when price comes back to a range like this, to a level like this, it's not just going to blast through. You see? It will definitely find resistance and probably drop a couple of 50, 60 pips. That will be your trade. You see? That will be the trade, because you can see here, this is only 12 hours when I opened this position. Standard lot size, that's $660, which is quite a lot, you see, when you look at it from a lot size perspective. So when it drops 60 pips and you know that you are trading a standard lot size, that's $600, which is guaranteed. And the chances of your trade going in your directions, they are much, much better. I don't know if you have any questions.
No, you just answered why basically we had to look at that consolidation area as our shorting area.
Yeah.
Because I was also expecting it to go like up to where I highlighted the fair value gap.
On the analysis, yeah. No, your analysis was actually good. I was like, okay.
Thanks.
It was actually good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so you have lessons next week, sir?
You
have lessons next week again?
Yeah.
You're doing a meetup next week?
These days I'm having class every week. Every week there's new guys joined. Yeah, so I'm trying to push those guys before mid-March so that they can go quick into the program.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, no worries.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. I don't know, Simba, if you can hear me. Simba, do you have any questions? Oh, his mic is mute.
Nothing for now.
Nothing
Nothing
for
for
now,
today.
okay. Oh yeah, we were
Yeah,
talking in
all
class
good.
yesterday. Okay. All right, guys.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll try to record the weekly forecast. That's for Sunday, and then I'll upload it for you guys. But in the meantime, I'm also just gonna check the charts, and if there's anything interesting that I see, I'll send it to you guys as an assignment so that you do some work.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
All right, guys. Keep well.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Night.
Night.